Here's the Canon BE E22 battery grip. This is for the Canon EOS R. There's the Canon EOS R, a camera that I have really grown to love, even more so than my Canon 5D Mark IV. In fact, this EOS R has replaced my uses for the Canon 5D Mark IV, and I hardly use the 5D Mark IV unless I'm shooting sports where I need a really fast shutter. I just use the EOS R, despite some of its drawbacks that other people have mentioned. I also agree that there are drawbacks, but I don't really, those drawbacks hasn't affected me as much. So here's the grip, and for those of you who are debating about whether or not they should get the grip, should just get the grip. The price I found for this BG E22, I was able to purchase it for $255. $255. I might have caught it on a sale, but originally this was selling for, I think, like $400 US, and then it's been coming down to about $375 is what I've seen the lowest price for it brand new. But I was able to snag this for $255, which I thought was a deal. And I'm going to put it on the camera and talk a little bit about why I think everyone should have this grip. First, it comes with these caps, and it also comes with this charging cable, which is USB-C. You can have this charger separately, just like this, and pop in 2 batteries, and then plug this into the wall, and then this grip will charge the batteries. I'm aware that it only charges the battery up to 90% each, is what I have read. I don't know if they changed that, and that's for some technical electric reasons. But this is a battery charger. The grip is a battery charger. So you don't need to bring an additional battery charger if you have this set up. So that's great that this is included in the grip. And here's how you connect the EOS R. I already have a battery in there. So there's this flap here, it's electronic flap. Okay, remove that part. And then the door here. Spring, yeah, there you go. So those come off and attach to the grip for storage. This way you'll always have those pieces on the grip. That is very neat. Very inventive. Very good use of space. So you plug this in. One of the big drawbacks with the EOS R, that's a misconception with the EOS R, is that when you go mirrorless in the past meant a smaller camera body. But the EOS R, I mean, it is a smaller body compared to the full frame, the 5D Mark IV. However, the lenses are still large. And in some cases, the RF, I think the 28-70, is one of the largest lenses that Canon even makes. And it's supposed to go on this smaller body. So having the grip is almost necessary to balance out the camera to the massive lenses that the camera uses. Surprisingly, is not that small in comparison to other mirrorless cameras. Oh no, this is the wrong one. So here's the 24-105 RF lens, which is smaller than the EF equivalent, but it's still big. It's still a big lens. I use grip tape to number my batteries because I have a lot of batteries. Or at least 5 of them from what you can see from the numbers. One looks slightly higher than the other. That's interesting. I just took this out for a couple of shots in my backyard, and after now using it for a little test. This grip is big. A little too big for my hands. I have medium to small size hands, and if you have a medium to small sized hand, this grip is going to be too thick for you. You're not going to be able to wrap all the way around with your hand when you're shooting vertically, which is unfortunate. It's a little too big. But if you have big hands, you're a big person with big hands, or a small person with big hands, this is gonna be a good fit for you. The original without the grip, just the grip by itself on the camera body. For my hands, this grip is perfect. Just on the EOS R's grip, perfect grip. And this BG E22 hand grip is too large. I can live with it, especially with the larger lenses. You know, it'll be fine, but it's a big hold and it's not as firm. This switch here that goes on and off, this is to turn on and off all of the buttons. So it's still, with this connected, you can still power the camera fine, just the way you normally would power it, but then none of the buttons work. So if you accidentally are holding it, you won't push the buttons. So when you turn this on, all of the buttons and dials work. That's all that switch is. But yeah, this is large. A large camera grip for large hands.